Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
As I had promised you, I bring you today's Cut the Clutter from the election battlefield, from poll-bound Madhya Pradesh. I'm not just talking about Madhya Pradesh, I'm talking about these three crucial states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, where elections are taking place. Now, for a long time, since 2003 in fact, these elections to these states have given us an idea of what's going to happen in national elections. So don't get cluttered in your mind thinking that anybody who wins these will necessarily win the national election. In 2003 itself, BJP swept Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, defeating the Congress, and thought the Hawa was blowing in its favor, and Mr. Vajpayee advanced the national election, and we know what happened. He lost power. So everything in politics is not a straight line. So with that caution, let's look at these things. First of all, it is now a well-known fact that if you win a state in a state election, a few months ahead of a national election, most likely you will win a majority of the seats in those states. Now that's very important for BJP because in the last elections, BJP had nearly swept these states. It got all the seats in Rajasthan, all seats but 2 in Madhya Pradesh, almost all in all the 3 states. These seats are very crucial to the BJP, particularly if SP and BSP are going to combine in Uttar Pradesh. Now, in Rajasthan, it does look like the Congress has a big head start over the BJP. Nobody can say what's going to happen in an election. I will never be caught making a prediction. But the fact is that every opinion poll tells you, and all other reports tell you, that in Rajasthan, there is a lot of anger against the incumbent. So maybe Rajasthan is set for a change. Chhattisgarh has a very fine division of votes. Even in 2003, Raman Singh had come back to power, but he had got a majority, but the difference in votes was just 0.7%. So it's very finely cut. There is 3 terms of anti-incumbency, so we don't know what can happen, and even the feeling although the polls say that Raman Singh is winning, BJP is winning, but the feeling as you go across the state looks like that quite a few people are talking about change or badlav as well. So again, you can't be very sure. Madhya Pradesh, which is usually considered a slam dunk for the BJP. They've dominated this state for almost 3 decades now. So even when the Congress has come to power here, they've come to power by a very small margin. But when BJP wins, it's by humongous margins. So even now, Shivraj Singh Chouhan starts here with a 9% head start over the Congress. He won his last election with a margin of 9%. That, Indian electoral terms, is a lot of votes, which means to defeat him, Congress party has to manage a swing of more than 5%, which nearly becomes impossible in a normal election. Also in Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chouhan himself is quite popular, and we see that impact all over. When we talk to people also, they don't talk about Modi at all. If you ask them about Modi, what Modi has done, etc., you will get a point of view. The very young voters do sound very fond of him, but otherwise, this is an election that Shivraj Singh Chouhan is fighting, and he is on test. At the same time, as you travel through the state, you again pick up that sentiment for change. Badlav, there is boredom. 15 साल से एक हो गया. Although some people also say, हम तो बोर नहीं हुए. They are die hard BJP supporters. हम तो बोर नहीं हुए. उसके पहले 50 साल हमने कांग्रेस को भी झेला है. But a lot of the marginal voters today look like they are talking in terms of a change. Now, given all these facts, what I'd like to say is that one, in Rajasthan, BJP seems to be a little bit far behind. The voting is still some time away, so we'll see what happens there. But Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, which they should have been, they were taking for granted, now look much closer than we had imagined them to be when we came traveling here. So that is the way this election campaign is now set up. Next 3-4 days will decide who will win by how much margin. Remember, in Indian elections or any election, but particularly Indian elections, because we are a hyper-politicized society, once momentum picks up in one direction, it strengthens. It rarely reverses. So if a momentum is now picked up in any direction, you will find it will get stronger as we go ahead. Or as we say in the Hindi heartland, Hawa, once the Hawa starts building, it doesn't remain a breeze. It does gather some pace and velocity going ahead. So we are looking at now these two, in fact, three very interesting elections. These elections will determine many things. They will determine the future of Congress party, they will determine the future of Rahul Gandhi, and also they will determine what kind of government Mr. Modi will be able to give us in Delhi in the next several months leading up to general elections. Because if he were to lose even 2 states out of these 3, then challenge to him will be much greater and insecurities will be much greater. So keep watching this space. Election and election results are still some time away, but this is a much tighter battle than we would have imagined or than what the opinion polls would have suggested to us in the last